Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Dom, aka KT2, coming back to you guys again for another video. So basically what I'm gonna talk about today is a recap of my first week as a recruiter, basically, or sitting in a recruiter's office and talking and basically just learning a lot. So one of the biggest misconceptions I've seen, at least with recruiters at the station that I'm at, is that recruiters are like lie to you. The recruiters that I've seen are really good guys. Like, they really will, okay, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should try this. Oh, have you ever thought about OCS? Have you thought about going OCS? I know, like, all those guys are super good and they're super cool and they're really, really down to earth. And I think that's really important, especially when it's like your first impression of the Army, right? So another misconception is that other branches come over and tell people that you don't make as much money in the Army. And it's so funny, like, there's a lot of lies apparently that other branches come out and tell people in the Army, when in actuality, you could probably make the most money in the Army. With all the incentive pays and all the other schools you could get, you could probably make the most money. I mean, let's just be real. And I think that the key is to find a good recruiter, right? And then you have to narrow down, well, how do you find a good recruiter, and what makes a good recruiter from a bad recruiter? And from what I've seen, what makes these recruiters so much better is that they give you all your options, right? They lay it all down, and then they give you a plan. You tell them what you want, and they can give you a plan of, okay, this is how I think you should get there. This is what I do. This is your best route, or this is not your best route if you wanted to do this. So what I really think makes a good recruiter from a bad recruiter is they're not trying to rush you and push you. And what they do is they really give you your best option if you tell them what you want to do. But if you don't tell them what you want and what your end state is, then they really can't help you, right? Okay, so, and then possibly the last thing I feel like I picked up from the recruiter's office is I always thought active duty was the best way to go. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I always thought active duty was the best way to go. But it looks like reserves is a really good option for college. And the Army really pushes college on their soldiers, and that's the same thing I'm gonna do when I get over there. I've got a lot of good ideas that I wanna bring to my platoon, pending on what the platoon's actually doing and how they're doing. But college is really big, and college is really big for the reserves, and they tell you, okay, they tell you the likelihood of deploying, and I don't know. There's some really good guys, and I just want to say, like, reserves is definitely overlooked. I did not think about the reserves. I wish I would have thought about the reserves coming straight out of high school. Like, honestly, I really wish I would have thought about it. Only downside with reserves is that 6-year contract. So, I don't know. I really have to look into it. And then another thing is, they said, like, they could bring you to a reserve unit and you could ask them, you know, how much they deploy if you're worried about deploying or any of that other good stuff. You go talk to a reserve unit. It feels like they really go out of your way. This recruiting station that I'm at over here at in Virginia Beach off Lynn Haven. So I got 2 more days there and then I'm gone. So shout out to everybody that the people. This one guy called and harassed his recruiters until they got to talk to me. It was pretty hilarious. It was pretty funny when I heard about it, but it's all good. So anyway, I think these recruiters are the bomb. I think they should all get medals, but that's just me. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can hit me up on Snapchat or Instagram at KIDTHNDR2, and then Snapchat at KLOP95. And that's it, everybody. Like I always like to say at the end of all my videos, don't live the same year 75, 80, 85, 90 times and then try and call it a life. Y'all can see, like, my whole house is super empty. This is my last day. I'm trying to get everything out of here. And you guys have a good one. Peace.